University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Let us pause for a while. Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dumelang baholo. Dumelang. My name is Ramakhwai Magano. I am a professor of parasitology and the vice principal institutional development. My task this afternoon is to welcome you all to the beautiful Magalnek campus of the University of South Africa on the occasion of the 70th UNISA Autumn Graduation Ceremony, which is part of the 84 ceremonies to be held in this winter period. So far, we have had multiple ceremonies here in Pretoria, Cape Town, Durban, Mbombela, Bloemfontein. As this proceeding is unfolding, there is a parallel graduation happening in East London. And towards the latter part of this week, we will be having a number of ceremonies in Polokwane. By the end of the 84th ceremony, the Office of the Registrar informs us that no less than 48,799 graduates would have received their diploma and degree certificates. By all accounts, UNISA continues to make noticeable strides in the production of knowledgeable and skilled citizens who are armed with university education. And this is a phenomenal contribution which is paralleled by none in the continent and most parts of the world. But then, as I welcome you, please allow me also to extend warm greetings and expression of gratitude from the Chancellor and former State President of our country, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, the Principal and Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Puleng Nkabula, and the Council of our university, ably led by Dr. Daniel Musia. And in this ceremony, it is actually represented by the President of the Student Representative Council, Ntate Mabilani. Although some of the leaders of our university, as I've indicated them, are unable to be with us this afternoon because of competing priorities of the university, they have nonetheless delegated us to come and enjoy this beautiful ceremony together with you. But they have actually gone further to say, please extend our congratulations to the graduates and also extend our gratitude to the parents, the guardians, the spouses, and the relatives who accorded the graduates the requisite support during the course of their study. They are saying the university is deeply indebted to your phenomenal and invaluable contributions in the lives of the graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, graduation is a defining moment marking the consummation of a program of study by those graduating, yet at the same time it signals the level of knowledge and skills possessed by them. It is a kind of metamorphosis, so I believe, in the life of an individual student, and yet at the same time revealing the amount of intellectual capital injected to the society by a university such as ours. The diploma or the degree you have obtained or completed as a graduate identifies you as a source of some degree of knowledge. We're referring it to a degree because we do believe that you cannot amass all the knowledge in the world, but you do have some noticeable level of knowledge that is very important for the advancement and the improvement of the quality of life in society. And as a result of you having acquired this knowledge, it is indeed our expectation as people in society that you use that knowledge to assist us to deal with the maladies that bedevil humanity and the many challenges that we contend with in society. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is hosted and conducted in accordance with the statute of the University of South Africa, and it is patterned along the traditional practices of celebrating the fulfillment of all the requirements attached to the qualifications that were registered for by those who are graduating. In this very ceremony, a total of 300 diploma and degree certificates will be awarded, but only 327 of them will be received in presentia. Of this number, 16 will receive their diploma and degree certificates cum laude, in other words, with distinction. I thought you'd be excited. But then to assist me to preside over this ceremony, there are officials of the university, and it is my privilege to introduce them to you. To start off with, representing the council, as I've indicated earlier on, is Ntate Nkosinathi Mabilani. He is the current president of the Student Representative Council. And also representing the office of the registrar is the deputy registrar, Liana Grisel Joubert. Also, we're having Dr. L. Ledwaba, who is the director of the library, and also Professor Mpongwepe, who is the executive director of the library services of our university. Representing the College of Law, we have Dr. L.B. Mhlongo, Professor P. Mutapuli, and Professor K. Naidu, as well as Professor A. Dube. Representing the College of Human Sciences is Dr. L. Mokwena, as well as Dr. M.L. Modao. The College of Economic and Management Sciences is represented by Professor H.P. Mashele, as well as Dr. M. Lerotodi. The College of Science, Engineering and Technology is represented by Professor S. Makhato, as well as Dr. B.P. Nzime. The College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is represented by Dr. F. Malungane, as well as Professor Ashley Gunter, who is the acting Deputy Executive Dean. The College of Education is represented by Dr. S.J. Ngubeni, as well as Dr. J.M.C. Motitswe. The College of Accounting Sciences is represented by M.M.N. Polo, who is the Director of the School of Applied Accountancy, and Professor N. Boyson, who is a college representative. There are supervisors of the doctoral candidates, and it is actually proper that we acknowledge them for the wonderful work that they have done in leading the doctoral candidates to completion of their thesis. To start off with, we have Professor M. Labskakni, Dr. K.C. Mohale, Professor M.S. Mwepe, Professor S. Kroch, Professor R.I. Lumadi, and Professor Z. Robinson. These are the supervisors of the doctoral candidates, and we want to say to them, well done to you. Your efforts are truly appreciated. But then we also have other academics who are members of staff, and they have reserved their time to be part of the procession this afternoon. And we want to say to them also, we appreciate your presence in supporting the graduates this afternoon. But in an event such as this, there are people who labor behind the scenes, who ensure that an auditorium such as this one is hospitable to accommodate this number of people in a somewhat seamless way. And we want to appreciate colleagues who are in the graduation division of our university, who did a phenomenal work to ensure that the proceedings this afternoon will happen seamlessly, as they do even for other ceremonies. But also there are colleagues in the Department of Institutional Advancement. As we speak, these proceedings are live streamed, and it is because of the commitment of the colleagues from the Multimedia Center, who are part of the Department of Institutional Advancement. An event of this magnitude also requires that we have medical support, and we want to appreciate the Department of Human Resources of our university for ensuring that we have that requisite support from the medical side in the event they are needed to assist. And to colleagues from the Operations and Facilities Department, they are equally appreciated for taking care of the vehicles and directing the visitors when they come into the campus. To the organist, Dr. Isabel van Resbank, many, many thanks for serenading this event with your melodious renditions. You are truly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is particularly special because one of the SRC members, Student Representative Council members, will be receiving her Bachelor of Laws degrees. At UNISA, members of the SRC are leading by example. And we truly want to congratulate Kaitsedi Arona Noctula Innocentia Matonsi for her accomplishment in concluding the LLB degree from the College of Law. And she is accompanied by members of her family, and we want to extend our heartily appreciation and welcome to them. Before I hand over the lectern to Professor K. Naidu to deliver the Chancellor's address, there are few announcements that I want to share with all of us. And these announcements, as I always maintain, they must be adhered to without fail. The first one is that all cell phones must be put on silent mode. And we are allowing you the opportunity now to do so. If you want to conspire with somebody proximal to you to assist you, please do so now. From this point onwards, there won't be any cell phone ringing in this auditorium. Also at UNISA, graduations are considered to be celebratory events. We therefore permit ululations if you want to ululate. We also permit praises if you want to praise. And if you want to dance, we also permit that. But we want to insist, and this must not be compromised, that everything be done in absolute moderation. Do not be excessive. Now, this is how we're going to do it. When your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew ascends the stage and stands here, you should allow that the name be announced without you saying anything. But as soon as the name is announced, you can ululate, you can praise, up until your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew kneels in front of the seat where I will be. And at that point, it is the moment of keeping quiet. You should be quiet because it is the opportunity for another candidate who also deserves, by the way, to have his or her name announced without your voice interfering with that announcement. If we do it that way, we will enjoy the proceedings. I do not want to hear anybody making noise while the name of another candidate is being announced. Remember, we are recording the proceedings. Each candidate deserves to have his or her name being recorded without any noise and announced without any interruption. So let us do it that way. We will enjoy the proceedings. The third announcement is that each candidate here, the 327 of them who are present, deserve to be applauded with the same amount of intensity and fervor that you are going to give to the first candidate. The amount of excitement that you show to the first candidate must also be accorded to the last candidate, the 327 candidate. I will be monitoring the intensity of the applaud throughout the proceedings. The last announcement relates to you, the graduates. Once you have traversed the stage, please follow the directions you will be given and work your way back into the auditorium to take your seat. You will only leave the auditorium fully after the conclusion of the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to introduce to you Professor Kemben Naidu. Professor Kemben Naidu is an associate professor in the Department of Criminal and Procedural Law in the College of Law of our university. Among other credentials he possesses, he holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in law from the University of Devon, Westville, a Bachelor of Laws, still from the University of Devon, Westville, a Master of Laws from the University of Paris, Doctor of Laws from UNISA. His research focus is on hate crimes, and his work is published as book chapters and as articles in high-impact peer-reviewed journals. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together as we welcome Professor K. Naidu to the lectern.
The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, the Acting Vice-Chancellor, UNISA Council members, Management Committee, Extended Management Committee, members of staff, parents, esteemed guests, and of course, our dear graduates, good afternoon. It is an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony of the University of South Africa, at which we acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of our students. I would like to commence by congratulating you, our students, on your outstanding achievement. This is a proud day for you, your families, and friends. We acknowledge the time, the effort, and resources you have spent to graduate today. Your success bears testimony to the contributions of your lecturers and tutors, promoters, and supervisors. I would like to acknowledge their sacrifices in enabling you to graduate from UNISA. I would especially like to acknowledge the women, mothers, and students with disabilities graduating today. You have had to overcome additional burdens and obstacles to achieve your dreams. However, before your hard-earned degrees, diplomas, and certificates are conferred and you begin celebrating, I would like to say a few words about your responsibilities as a graduate of UNISA, as a citizen of South Africa, and of the African continent. Our goal is to ensure that you graduate as truly educated people who not only possess knowledge, professional and technical expertise and skills, but who are also enlightened, ethical, critical, and compassionate citizens. Citizens with a strong social commitment who use their knowledge and expertise to develop South African society and the African continent. South African society is often described as a broken society, a society in which gender-based violence, or GBV as we refer to the phenomenon, is at unprecedented levels. This brings me to the theme of my address, which focuses on gender-based violence in South Africa. There is no doubt that the term gender-based violence has some currency in South Africa. We often talk of a scourge, a crisis, or an epidemic of gender-based violence in South Africa. In a gender-neutral, broad sense, gender-based violence could refer to violence against men and women. In South Africa, however, the term gender-based violence has been used since the 1990s to replace the phrase violence against women and girls. Gender-based violence refers to the violence that women experience because of their gendered status within different contexts. It is regarded as gender-based since it is closely associated with the expected roles and status of women and girls based on cultural values, norms, and beliefs. Gender-based violence could refer to the violence against a woman because of her status as a wife within a marriage, or because she is regarded as belonging to a man through customary practices, or because she is in a situation of forced labor. Gender-based violence would also include the rape of women and girls by non-partners or stranger rape. The broad term gender-based violence therefore includes domestic violence, intimate partner violence, femicide, and a host of common law and statutory crimes. The causes of gender-based violence in South Africa are manifold. Research has pointed to our patriarchal culture, our violent colonial and apartheid past, the easy access to guns in South Africa, the impact of extreme events such as COVID-19, and the objectification of women as possible causes. When women are seen as challenging their assigned gendered roles and status, they are at risk of violence. This could apply to the girl who is regarded as not dressing appropriately, or to the wife who is regarded as disrespecting her husband. There is no doubt that South Africa has a comprehensive legal framework. We have enacted several progressive laws which are in line with our constitutional and international obligations and which directly or indirectly address gender-based violence. However, despite these legislative efforts, the rate of gender-based violence is still too high. Laws alone cannot end the scourge. More must be done in the fight against gender-based violence. Since men and boys are primarily the perpetrators of gender-based violence, a long-term strategy would be to teach boys from an early age that violence against women and girls is a serious wrong that is unacceptable and criminal. It is also incumbent upon us to teach males that violence is not a means of resolving disputes and differences, whether in the public domain or within intimate partner settings. There is always a more peaceful way of resolving a dispute. A good start would be to talk honestly about a problem, to discuss, to negotiate, and call in a third party to mediate if necessary. As a graduate of UNISA, I would like you to do some introspection, some soul searching, and to remember that you must be part of the collective battle against gender-based violence. I sincerely hope that you will constantly reflect on these words in the years to come. We would be extremely grateful if you do not forget your alma mater, and as alumni, you contribute to our fundraising efforts. Our ambition of becoming a great university can only be realized with the support of our donors and alumni for our ongoing institutional development. I would like to wish you every success in your future endeavors, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause for a while to allow the graduates who came a little bit late to move into the auditorium. Hmm? Hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe Professor Naidu deserves a thunderous round of applause. Many thanks, Professor Naidu, for a well-thought and insightful Chancellor's address. And many thanks also for highlighting the plight of colleagues who are living with challenges of disability, as well as those who are subjected to gender-based violence. I think it is actually a noble cause that you have championed this afternoon in agitating the audience to ensure that they actually join forces in fighting against the scourge of gender-based violence. Many, many thanks to you, Professor. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request that the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Aginola John Akinyanju for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor M. Labuschagne, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Protecting Patients' Rights in Nigeria, a Human Rights-Based Approach, he critically analyzes patient-centered healthcare in Nigeria, highlighting fragmented legislation and entrenched paternalism as challenges. The study examines the non-justiciability of health rights under Chapter 2 of the Nigerian Constitution, exposing obstacles in enforcing economic, social, and cultural rights, arguing for a rights-based legal reforms to align Nigerian healthcare laws with global human rights principles and best practices drawn from the South African legal framework. This thesis constitutes a significant advancement for legal scholarship via its critical insights and practical recommendations to enhance patients' rights and healthcare governance in Nigeria.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Aginola John Akinyanju for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Aginola John Akinyanju.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce you to Tobo Motlatlame for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Dr. Mohale, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Bio-Inspired Calcium Carbonate Nanoparticles, Their Effect on Tomato Growth Stimulation, Physiology, Nutrient Acquisition, Metabolome, and Antimicrobial Properties, she investigates and characterizes the biosynthesized calcium carbonate nanoparticles and determines the safety of these nano inputs on human cells. Her findings reveal a positive impact on calcium carbonate nanoparticles as nanofertilizers on growth, nutrient assimilation, water use efficiency, and photosynthetic rates of 2 tomato cultivars. She makes a significant contribution towards the sustainable production of tomato by demonstrating the need for adoption of nanofertilizers as environmentally friendly agro inputs for enhanced tomato yield and quality enhancement. The study was supervised by Professor M. Maza and co-supervised by Dr. F.T.M. Tema.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Tobo Motlamane the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Tobo Motlamane. Well done to you.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you one of our staff member, Joseph Ramachochi Machochwane, for the degree of philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor M.S. Mwepe, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Despite numerous attempts to build inclusive archives by documenting memories of the marginalized post-colonialism, it appears that strategists used have fallen into the same trap of concentrating only on the well-known and politically connected, thus perpetuating elitism in critical emancipator. In his thesis entitled Inclusion of Township Sports Memories as Citizen Archives in the Gauteng Provincial Archives, Ramuchichi Matsotswane utilizes the critical emancipatory paradigm to explore the paradox of public archives as an inclusive space that excludes voices from township games. These memories of township games, mostly soccer tournaments such as Lucas Masterpieces Muribe Goodwill Games, Maimani Alfred Piri Games, Philly Games, Dudusa Diski 99 and road running such as Tembisa Miles and Soweto Marathon are partially stored on cell phones, USBs, Facebook pages, and in homes of the organizers. To reckon with the past of exclusion, and since sport has proven to be an instrument of solidarity among fractured communities, he proposes a framework that makes provision for the collection of sports memories in a move towards building inclusive archives, thereby promoting social justice.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Joseph Ramuchichi Machochwane the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Joseph Ramuchichi Machochwane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Renette Basenden-Hout for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor Zurika Robinson, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Renette Litter, in a thesis titled Embeddedness, Resilient Networks and the Likelihood of Demand Inducement Behaviors in the South African Private Healthcare Market, she presents a descriptive and actor network theory, social network analysis mixed method. She sequences embeddedness and resilient networks in supply-induced demand to determine the competitiveness strengths of markets. Contributing to the existing pool of literature, this research concludes by highlighting the relevance of variable theoretical complex applications of embeddedness, resilient networks, and the likelihood of supply-induced demand. A special word of thank you to our co-supervisor, Prof. Petrus Potgieter.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Renette Basenden-Hout the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Renette Basenden-Hout.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Education. Khothatso Limet Maluleka. Gloria Nkosi.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Natisha Singh receives the degree of Master of Science.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree Master of Laws. Rico Tendani Msekwa. Angeline Makamu. Lesego Muhlolo. Richard Tererai Pundo. Kirendo Ramalata. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Sandile Ken Norton receives the degree Master of Arts in the College of Law.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Yamkela Failani received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelors of Science Honours. Nitish Singh.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Theology Honours. Patrick Colin Skosana. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Masilo Emelda Baloyi. Kateho Litwele Banda. Gabriel Forsman, degree obtained with distinction. Tobeka Kati. Winnie Nompumelelo Lubisi. Joy Azangwisi Ma Imera. Itumeleng Lorraine Mashishi. Makhosazane Agresia Mngadi. Katleho Bokokonyane. Seitebaleng Eugenia Molokela. Lerato Prosperity Morewane. Samantha Naika, degree obtained with distinction. Ribaone Ramasodi. Libuhang Prudence Ratsivela. Tsepo Tweni Sako. Tafiwa Shipalahana. Sante Mary Fadenberg, degree obtained with distinction. Thelma Zaru. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Samantha Njovo received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science Honors.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honors. Shelton Gwebu. Cruzel Faldine K. Masabata Confidence Kweta. Nkateko Paulette Posa. Maporoko Charlotte Ledwaba. Nampumelelo Precious Majola. Dimpo Jessica Mahoro. Mulaedza Makado. Andile Mamba. Lesego Mildred Matsabisa. Tsholofelo Kamogelo Molefe. Unathi Norobolo. Singi Nzumele. Cynthia Mantabeleng Pakela. Sulufelo Judy Ramukwani.
So, Ramukwani.
Livuani Michael Ramusindwa. Khunzi Muipati Seleka. Carmen Liwayne Thomas. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Administration Honours. Babongile Priscilla Malobola. Sbongile Lizzie Boy.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tsunzuka Fred Matevula receives the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours.
Karabo Macheke. Lesego Manta Mashilwane. Bonisiwe Junior Pewa. Veronica Nelisiwe Sibanyoni.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Bernard Mokwadi Malimela received the degree Bachelor's Technology. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Onati Jubele. Mpo Constance Lekomo. Octavia Fakazile Mfaba. Kombozo Ramatsatsi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Koketso Sunny Boy Nkoko, Ida Ramsola, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Tsepo Toren Ledwaba. Devina Ramal. Siayanda Kube Pem. Jeffrey Chauke. Jerry Chauke. Jerry. Tevetana Dinuao. Mangolo Leticha Kekana. Grace Fikile Mabena. Clive Makarinke. Hopotso Mbali Natasha Malemela. Matlasi Maribola. Mama Pudi Daina Mashiko. Anastasia Lebuham Mashele. Santi Antoinette Mashiane received the degree with distinction. Mashashane Abraham Matsipani. Relebogile Puchishnia Mawela. Amanda Lokotola Maikani. Masaka Pete Mukatse. Lebogang Queen Mukhoshi. Tandeka Precious Mota. Chifiwa Ashley Arnold Mundalamo. Bokam Prudence Mura. Boitumelo Gladness Nchabele. Toriso Paile. Renitia Rousseau. Muleleke Mposhia Sejake. Tandiswa Tanta Miso. Takalane Wellington Sivenga. Wanda van der Werf received the degree with distinction. Sibongile Tamera Kulu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. Rebecca Fowl, degree obtained with distinction. Michelle Fauchier. J. Elizabeth Grill. Amiben Vinod Kumar Lad. Beauty Ramatsimela Manamela. Anati Mbadla. Siasibeng Christina Mutsepa. Clive Desmond Mporo. Apiwe Mtimba. Mugeshni Pillay. Elizabeth Magrieta Foslo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws, better known as LLB. Matthew Augustine. Dolly Tandazo Botman. Sulani Radha Chavalala. Rivaone Desi Chai. Buitumelo Lorin Direko. Tando Giu. James Michael Henrico. Samkelisiwe Lifulisile Shope. Jadula. Sanele Jadula. Rilbuhile Kapola. Chidikwane Paulina Lamula. Tinky Colin Luisi. Kanyisile Gift Lukozi. Shive Priscilla Madonsela. Kutato Ignatius Mashake. Siape Masiho Mashaki. Buitumelo Makina. Rishongire Prince Maluleke. Ponzo Masia. Zile Masondo. Risima Lucretia Maswanganyi. Naomi Abigail Matebula. Noctula Innocentia Matonzi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Ndango Machekecheke obtains the degree with distinction. Cynthia Silindile Pumapi Mazibuko. Refilwe Queen Lucretia Mkawane. Katleho Nompumelelo Mlambo. Zakiti Nomakosazana Mlangeni. Mpo Gift Mudingwane. Tibogo Events Mukhotlane. Sulufero Pen Mutsidisi Mukoni. Mule Kitumetsi Muloisane. Richard Chingobe Mulea. Simon Gidinwa Nwandwi. Pito Namo. Moses Nelo. Thomas Ngoveni. Kutlwano Ngwepe. Judith Patricia Ngwenya. Offense Thandeka Ngwezi. Maponso Matoshe Pasha. Portia Matabo Rabale. Shannon Makaila Ribi. Kentani Sydney Sihlangu. William Mashilu Tuto Sinmono. Shabutano Valerie Siweya. Nokuthanda Mantombi Tembe.
Ndibuo Chivandekano. Fulugelo nobuhle zwane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Zanele Penelope Khoza. Patricia Libona. Lydia Ntombi Liwopa. Nomthandazo Migandlangisa. Purupero Faith Muraudzi. Masiho Agnes Mutsipe. Nompumelelo Angelina Mchali. Ramoncha. Lizzie Makadi Ramoncha. Kilibukile Olga Shuping. 49. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Uarabile Papi Mpulukeng received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in the College of Law.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Joyce Mamakomo Malaza. Sean Kevin Naidu. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Machale Maria Ditsejo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Mamelo Wonte Mokhoboshwane. Bonani Wipilo Siopa. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Silste Govender. Zandile Pineth Class. Ntawekanya Madingozi. Lindokuhle Gugulethi Mbukwane. Kamogelo Melbasomo. Innocentia Kilobogile Duveneis. Dimpo Lisweta. Oratile Ukal Malaje. Elizabeth Makhosazana Mashinini. Chekofatso Elizabeth Mahubane. Tembelihle Mazibuko. Nonhlanhla Antoinette Nkabinde. Mage Puti Rampele. Nomzamo Silo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the degree of Bachelor of Education. Ntsako Bright Mvuma. Sitabile Jamini. Sibonga konke Decorator Jamini. Lillian Lauren Dube. Lebogang Fatana. Charity Faith Kunene. Francina Mabilo. Sweetness Fikile Mabitle. Slindo Shepel Mashangu. Martha Makomboti.
Phumelelo Elna Cornelia Maluleka. Ntithelelo Claudia Mathenjwa. Matshidiso Petunia Mashele Matsile. Buisile Nomvula Mgenge. Thulisile Alucia Ngadi. Mapula Matha Mohanedi. Johannes Tabang Mukine. Confidence Matsepo Mpoho. Nomfundo Tracy Ntetwa. Zama Fortunate Ndaba. Onelia Basambilo Ngobeni. Sinetemba Zamokuze appreciate Zikalala. Nicholas Nkolisi Zondo. Angel Nonzuzo Zulu. Londiwe Mazibuko. Zoliswa Catherine Poswa. Lerato Philadelphia Ramukwena. Makhaila Constance Pokhwane. Ntabisen Charity Takalani Tanzikwayo. Eldrin Mon Jansen. Sulufelo Mahane. Anafi Vilakazi. Lungelwa Gosa.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Onshiditsitse Rosang Mahope received the diploma with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Chipo Daffy. Manake Patience Khoza. Sharon Mathangu. Tumisho Loni Mashumo. Ikanyeng Mamasilo Poshia Muyema. Buiswa Happy Mukolo. Kensani Ruben Mutombeni. Lungile Thabo Shikwampana Phakula.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Joseph Roni Chauke. Masoka Betty Khanyago. Madikhaga Priscilla Khumalo. Khomotso Poshia Madikowa. Madikwa. I beg your pardon. Okay. Valentine Makonono. Martha Duduzile Masango. Retshidisitswe Mohlapha Masemola. Pulufelo Imogen Matoro. Tinyiko Nelly Mboweni. Mpo Gift Moto, the diploma obtained with distinction. Uratile Mahobasadi Mohlala. Tumelo Renae Motau. Yokai Leoba Mbala. Mpho Precious Netsilong. Okay, Mpho Precious Netsiongolwe. Okay, Shakalao Cedric Palandwa. Nondumiso Thandeka Sibisi. Nkosinathi Lindokuhle Sithole. Buthuhawe Nkangweleni Shibambu. Lindiwe Maria Skosana. Tebogo Tabane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Zinhle Gamede, diploma obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Mapati Masimula. Karabo Judith Mashilwane, diploma obtained with distinction. Tandazo Winnie Msiza. Lerato Emily Pilane. Pindile Julia Skosana, diploma obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Agnes Palisa Raphahla Mphahlele. Mapewa Alina Pesa. Glenda Nonkululeko Skosana.
This is not Carolina Kingsley. 62. to. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Carolina Lassie received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. That's not you heard. Not heard. It's not good. Stay here. Your person will come.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Zoliswa Memeza. Mutali Gideon Napa. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Bongani Julule Ndlovu received the National Diploma.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Nkoka Dignity Baloyi. Riamogetsi Octavia Barnett. Kwanele Gazela. Nomvuyo Glory Dlamini. Ivy Zunani Khosa. Sibongile Sara Khumalo. Bonang Gloria Kohwane. Lisiho Makheteng Malisweni. Edgar Mashiko. Silayelo Benedict Matehana. Kutlwano Matsie. Nobuhle Mhlongo. Amanda Mia. Gift Lisiho Muthe Bezulu. Tulisile Presence Mtweni. Togai Ngube.
Louis Tebogo Ndlovu, Kupano Jacqueline Ngobeni, Faith Paswane, Happiness Jabulile Sanderson, Tapelo Sibata, Tendani Chobogi,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Raisibi Lydia Langa. Nompumelelo Conradia Masango. Luleka Matebe. Nofika Motlana. Mahadi Elizabeth Mokhomong. Tsakani Ndlovu. Keneilwe Nkwe. Eunice Molalo Ntangeni. Lerato Rakau. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Lerato Shelley Malachi receives the National Diploma.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive a diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Denio Velma Malachi. Excellencia Rendani Mokwena. Gloria Tapera. Nerushka Faith Tennyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give the graduates a thunderous round of applause. I was listening carefully to the quality of ululations, and I truly got worried about the very poor quality that was exhibited in this ceremony, except for one ululation made by a graduate of Bachelor of Education, Martha Makomboti. Now we're going to propose that she gets enrolled as a tutor to teach women how to ululate. Many, many thanks to you, the graduates, for persisting up to this end. You have done well, and you deserve all the praises and commendations. We are the first to know how difficult it is for you to have attained this level of education, particularly pursuing it in the open distance modality. It's not an easy feat, but you acquitted yourself with distinction. Well done to you. As a matter of fact, we are quite modest in our country to celebrate graduation accomplishments. Elsewhere, in what you would refer to as your first world countries, graduations are celebrated with high levels of pomp you can master. The cities are decorated to exhibit that university named the University of South Africa or whatever University of Pretoria is hosting a graduation ceremony. So I'm saying this deliberately, saying to you, you have done a remarkable thing, because in essence, you are forming part of a very small component in the country and globally of people who would have completed a university qualification. And I'm saying that in order to say to you that being one of the very few, whilst you have every right to be proud about your accomplishment, but at the same time, you need to acknowledge the responsibility that this qualification that you're holding places on you. Many thanks to each and every one of you for pursuing education. During the period of your study at UNISA, you identified yourself as a pursuer of knowledge. And now you emerge as a possessor of some degree of knowledge. The diploma or degree certificate you possess indicates that you completed the qualification you enrolled for and that you possess a degree or level of education and practical skills that are prescribed in that qualification. From now onwards, and this is official, you are a UNISA alumnus. And UNISA is your alma mater. You deserve to append the name of the university next to your qualification and next to your name. Well done to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is well known that education is a powerful lever of change, both at micro or individual level, as well as macro or societal level. Also, what is known and indisputably so is that education and economic performance are inextricably linked. At the macro level, it is generally known that education enhances economic performance and societal stability. The evidence of a positive relationship between education and economic growth abounds in literature. In a cross-country study published in Research, Society and Development of 2023, with data that was derived from 89 countries, it was found that an increase in the education index by a single unit, 1 unit, causes 8% points increase in economic growth. That is why countries with large, successful economies typically have a high number of productive educational institutions. For an example, if you check literature, you'll notice that India, with its large, powerful economy, has about 8,410 universities. USA, with its large, powerful economy, has about 5,762 universities. China, with its powerful, thriving economy, has 3,013 universities. Now, this indicates the importance of education as undergirding the economy and the welfare of societies. But then in the wake of the detriments, such as a plethora of diseases, abject poverty, high unemployment rates, socioeconomic distresses, and political instabilities, which the African continent contends with, our hope is in you, the graduate. It is you, the educated, who are better equipped to study the etiology of diseases that inflict humanity in the African continent, and also to design the appropriate remedies related thereto. It is you, the educated, who are better equipped to provide an understanding of climate change, the patterns related to climate change, to enable the development of mitigating interventions which will neutralize the deleterious impacts of these environmental changes. It is you, the educated, who must craft innovative and sustainable ways of stimulating economic growth that should benefit society. It is the educated we expect who must be the proponents and practitioners of ethical leadership and good governance, which are the precursors of economic proficiency and success. In his book titled Why Africa Fails, The Case of Growth Before Democracy, a very controversial book, because in other words, he's agitating that, would it not have been better that we would have had education before democracy? Because when you scan your eyes over the African continent, you see how democracy is mishandled. And purely it's because those who are in front, they lack the requisite knowledge and the skills to lead the African continent properly. Now, Eli Twineyo Kamigusha, a Ugandan economist analyst, assesses that in order to develop Africa's economies, it is necessary to develop skill sets to enhance productivity and competitiveness at both corporate and national levels, close quote. It is therefore clear that if we have to have a growing and ultimately thriving economy, we must ensure that the entire educational ecosystem in our country is functional and is responsive to the societal and economic imperatives, particularly at post-school levels. All the 26 universities and the 2 that are being contemplated by the government, inclusive of the 50 TVET colleges, 11 agricultural colleges, and many other tertiary institutions that I may not refer to, must work in consonance to deliver suitable credentialed graduates who will actually change the status quo and make our country, our continent by extension, to be successful in all the dimensions of life. The impact of education at micro or individual level is much more pronounced and vivid. It is neatly captured in the words expressed by the late state president of our country, President Nelson Mandela, in his book, The Long Walk to Freedom, when he says, and I quote, "Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another," close quote. At the individual level, you will undoubtedly receive preferential treatment because of the knowledge and the skill sets you possess. You will be better remunerated, some of you, because of the qualification that you now possess. And the livelihoods will improve. But when all this happens in your life, master one thing and make sure that you don't miss it. Clothe yourself with humility. Humility is not a concept that denotes weakness. It is not a concept that is embraced by weak people. Humility denotes strength and courage. It denotes greatness. You must clothe yourself with humility. Back in the days, as I conclude my congratulatory remark, there was a story flighted on SABC. The title of the story was Morwa Monatong, the son of Monatong. Now, the son of Monatong happened to be the only one in their village who would have obtained a degree at a university. But because he failed to master to clothe himself with humility, at any stage he would be engaging with fellow villagers. When they would disagree on one point or another, he would rush to his house to fetch his academic gown, put it on, and he would climb the hill so that he becomes quite conspicuous, and to indicate that nobody would differ with him because he's the only one who is qualified. With this simple story, I'm saying to you, the reason we are referring to the knowledge that you have amassed as a degree, it is just a degree. It is not a complete amount of knowledge. There is still a lot to be learned, despite the fact that you have attained your qualification. Many, many congratulations to you. You must learn to descend into greatness and not to ascend to it, descend into greatness. Congratulations to you. Let me, with all the humility I can muster, request the doctoral candidates to be on their feet. It is my absolute delight to be the first one, and I know I'm the first one, who would pronounce you as doctor. And this one is official. I know some might have called you doctor when you came. That was unofficial. But this one is official. To Dr. Akinola John Akinyanju, Dr. Tobo Mohlalamme, Dr. Joseph Ramuchichi Matsutswane, and Dr. Reinhard Bezedonut. Congratulations to all of you. Well done. And thank you for being a very good example to many people and to the colleagues who are seated behind you. I know that they are working very hard to also reach your end, and they will, by the way. Right. And we would want to say to you, keep up the good work. If you can afford, make efforts to join the professorate, these people who are on the stage, and utilize the knowledge you have amassed to lead research, to supervise, and to assist the university in any way that you can afford. Well done to you. Ladies and gentlemen, at UNISA, we permit every student to learn despite their economic situations. Even students who come from the margins of our economies are allowed to come and study, so long they qualify. As a result of this context, we often run into challenges to support our students. The SRC president is seated next to me. He can attest that they, together with some divisions of the university, are working very hard to recruit funds to ensure that every student who studies in this university is properly funded and the student is able to receive the qualification that they would have registered for. Now, because of that, we want to extend the opportunity to assist to you in the event you are able to do so. This is not obligatory, it is not mandatory. But in the event you are able to assist, please access the UNISA Student Bursary Fund from the UNISA website, www.unisa.ac.za, and make your contribution through that platform. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 25 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Kindly rise. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.